Hello all, welcome to session 8 of the PySpark series. Okay, in this session, so basically in previous session we have understood how to work with column transformation. Okay, in this session we will understand how to you know use with column transformations for data type convergence. Okay, so what we'll do, for example, I'll show you the data that we're going to use. So employee DF we created in the last session. Okay. What I have done, I have just added the new column as timestamp to this. And if you see employee ID is string. Okay. We have to convert this to integer. Okay. And then what is the second created timestamp is also a string. I have to convert that to timestamp data type. Okay. And third is we have to create a new column with a date column. Okay, maybe we can call it a created date. Okay, but that should be in the format yyymm-dd, right? So let's try to understand now how to work for these three requirements. Okay, first convert employee ID from string to integer. Okay, fine, fine. Now what I have empdf. Okay, what I'll do, let me create a new data frame. Okay, empdf dot with column. Okay, what I have to do, I have to convert employee id data type from string to integer, so I have to update the existing column, right? Emp id. Now here we know we have imported all the functions as f. Okay, we have already done this from pyspark.sql import functions as f, right? So what I have to use here, I have to use a column function. It will be this column, right? What I have to do with this column, I have to cast. Okay, cast to what? I have to cast to integer, right? Let me run this. I'll first display. Okay, display. Yep, employee is there. Let me see what is the data type. Now empid dot print schema, right? This is now integer, right? So this is how we convert string to integer, right? This column casts the data type of this column to integer. There is one more way. I'll tell you. Emp df2 I'll create. Okay, emp underscore df dot with column, which is the column emp id. Okay, now this data type, right? Now this column is of which data frame? empdf, right? We will just access this column employee id dot cast to integer, right? Let me see empdf2. You don't have to display every time when you are working on projects or working on real time environments, right? Here I'm just displaying just to make you understand, right? Print schema empdf2, you can see it has converted to integer, right? Fine. Second one is convert created timestamp column from string to timestamp. Okay, so we can see created timestamp is a string. Okay, we have to convert that to what? Timestamp. Okay, let's start empdf3. I'll create emp. So every time when we work in work on real time projects, we every time don't go and create a new data frame. We chain the transformations. Okay, we call it chaining the transformations. I'll explain you at the end of this session how to chain the transformations so that we get all the results in one data frame, right? Now, what we will do with column, what is the column? Column is created timestamp, right? What I have to do with this column? I have to convert the data type to dot cast timestamp, right? What has happened? Okay, this comma I have missed here. Okay, emp df3. Let me show you display. Okay, and the created timestamp column is there. If I try to, it is what, emp df3 only, right? emp df3 dot print schema. It is timestamp now, right? One more way that we have seen while, you know, converting the employee ID from string to integer, that will be applicable here as well. I'll show you with column. Which column? Created timestamp, right? What I have to do, it is from emp df. Let me access this column, created timestamp, and what I have to do, I have to cast that to timestamp, right? emp df4. Let me display first, display, okay? And if I want to see the schema, print schema, emp df4, right? So this has converted to timestamp. For timestamp, there is one more way. Okay, we have one more function called toTimestamp. Okay, I'll let you know how can we use that. It's same way, not much difficult. Created timestamp. What I have to do with this, I have to convert this to timestamp. So I have already said there is one function toTimestamp. Okay, which column I have to convert to toTimestamp? This one, right? Let me see. empdf5 dot display, right? So in empdf, it is the timestamp is string. In empdf5, it should be timestamp, right? Dot print schema. Sorry, print schema, right? Here it is timestamp now. So timestamp, we have seen almost three ways how to convert a string to timestamp. Generally, we use to timestamp. Okay, to timestamp. Generally, we use. That's fine. Okay, next thing is we have to create a new column. So as we all know, with column transformation, we can update existing column. What we have done in first two questions maybe. Okay, and in third one, what we have to do, we have to create a new column, right? What I have to do, I have to create a new column, create a date. Okay, and I want date format as this, right? So what I'll do, emp df6 maybe I'll write. Okay, this again I'll reiterate. The new data frames I'm creating only to explain each and everything separately. I'll tell you how we can chain all the transformations, right? Now what I have to do, created date. I have to create a new column named created date now. So here we have used what, two timestamp function, right? Here we have one function f dot to date, right? What I have to do, I have to convert which column, created timestamp I have to use, okay? And it will take two arguments, date format, mm-dd. That is what I want, right? If I run this, okay, now if I display dot, I'll see five columns now, right? See. Created date is okay, fine. Let me tell you what is the reason this created date has come null, right? It is because EMP in EMPDF, if you see in EMPDF, the timestamp column is of string type. Okay. To use this toDate function, created timestamp should be what? Timestamp. Its data type should be timestamp. Okay. Now here I'll explain you how we can use chaining of functions, right? Let me create new df emp df, right? What I have to do first, I have to convert the created timestamp data type to timestamp, right? Let me use f.to timestamp to timestamp created timestamp. Okay. If you see emp df7, now it is timestamp, right? And to change the functions, we just can do this way, right? So what I have to do now, I have changed the transformation, right? What I have to do, I have to create the new column, created date, right? Okay, to date, to date, what created timestamp, okay, and date format I want yyyy-MM-dd, right? EMPDF7, what it is saying, to date is not defined because it should be f dot, okay, right? All the functions we are calling as f, right? F dot to date, right? You can see the date. Let me display empdf7 dot display, right? Now you can see the date here, right? So this is how we uh we convert different data types, okay, using with column transformation. And see the error. So here when I didn't use with f dot, it gave me this error. Okay, so it is fine. Error your code, if it is error out, that is fine. This is how you will understand how to resolve particular error, right? So though I'm giving you a demo or giving you a session, I don't feel bad if my code is getting errored out, right? That is fine. We should all understand how to remove that error from my code, right? There are multiple resources on internet as well you can use to remove the error, but if you can understand by yourself, that will be a different satisfaction you will get, right? So in future also in this series, if we get any error, we will together try to analyze what that error is and why we have got that error. So here, if you see, where is that? Without converting, why we got date as, sorry, why we got date as null, that also we have understood, right? It is because in EMPDF, my timestamp column, created timestamp column is a string. Okay. To use it with toDate function, I need the created timestamp as timestamp data type. Right? Fine. Fine. That's everything for this session. If you feel this is useful, do like, share, and comment. If you have any suggestion, do let me know in comment section. Right? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in next session.